Hi, this is Sportmentary, and we're back with another edition of the Face Off. And joining me once again from Winnipeg is the Comish. Hello, dude.
Hey, congratulations to the commish.
Yeah. It's been for those of you who don't know, I my wife had our second daughter, and you know how things go with another child, especially a newborn, a little hectic around here. But we fit some time in for the Face Off. Didn't want to miss 2 weeks in a row. And the commission and I were sitting around talking what's a good topic for today. And with the Belmont Stakes being today, the commission said something about not feeling that horse racing is a sport. So the question is horse racing a sport? And since the commission doesn't believe so, I'm going to let him get started with it. Here you go, commish.
Well,
Love your music.
I'll tell you. Oh, there it goes again. The sweet sound of the start of a horse race. Why don't I think? I don't think this is a sport because you have no athletes involved in this competition, and we have people using animals as a means to make money. And it just bothers me that this. I know it's been around forever and a day, but it bothers me the way they treat these animals like humans or human athletes, and they're using them against their own will. How do these poor animals even know what's happening? They don't know that they're in a race they don't know if they're in race or in captivity right now. And then I saw yesterday with I'll have another being pulled out of the Belmont Stakes, treating it like it was a death in the family, the fact he couldn't run. Not even caring about the fact that the horse has some kind of injury that could affect his horse. It effectively ended his horse racing career. Now all they're talking about is how he can make millions of dollars being put out to stud. So I just have problems with that. I know you think that ballroom dancing is a sport. I know you think horse racing is a sport and auto racing, but really, where's the competition?
Let's be honest. First of all, I want to address the being pulled. I would think that before any of the media, before anybody pulled the horse or talked about the horse, the media is the one that's making more of it. I believe the amount that they could have made by being part of the Triple Crown, the amount that that NBC lost and other venues around the country, pulling him wasn't an easy decision, but they did the right decision for the horse. The horse wouldn't have to be put down.
But how does it make it a sport?
Yeah, I'm answering your question. So there you go. As far as not caring about the horse, I don't think that's true. I think that for those people that have followed...
Hey, don't you have a diaper to go change?
For those people that have followed people who raise horses, the love for the horse is amazing. These people really love these horses. They've grown up with them. They have such an affiliation to the horse. So I'll take that away and saying it's just purely for profit. The trainers get involved. They love the horse. It becomes part of their family. That as it not being a sport, I think for me, how I decide if a sport is a sport or not, it primarily boils down to, is it a judged sport? And this one isn't a judged sport. There is competition. You have these great horses. Competing against each other in a race. That's a sport. You have a jockey who's guiding them. These guys are fit individuals. They train very hard. I just don't see how you can't call it a sport. I mean, you have this, what is it, like a 5-minute race, and you have these thoroughbreds running down. The competition's intense. I mean, especially with I'll have another. Man, I tell you, I don't watch a lot of horse racing, but I would have watched the Belmont today just because I'll have another. What he does when he's from behind, he just takes it. I mean, this is anything that I've ever loved in sports.
Here's the problem, though. This sport is only popular because people can make money off gambling. It's all about gambling. They're excited because they can make bet on a trifecta and win $1,000 if they're lucky. It's
Okay.
all about. It's not
It's
gambling.
You're telling me that nobody goes to Vegas and bets on the Stanley Cup Finals? Nobody bets on the Super Bowl? Nobody bets week to week on who's going to win games?
I'm not going to deny
that doesn't happen.
That the NFL's popularity is based on the fact that people can gamble on it. But I'm going to say that horse racing is not a sport because you don't have people going against each other. You have horses with blinders on that are being hammered on the back saying go, go, go. There's just something barbaric about it. I'm sorry.
I disagree. Just because it's a horse versus a human being. And I think that's an offense to every vegan and every animal lover out there who loves animals, who say that's not fair to you comparing it to a human being. We're animals too, right?
I'm saying that you have humans controlling them, and I think a vegan is probably, or a supporter of PETA would probably say horse racing is cruel and inhumane. And
I don't think they're treated inhumanely. I think that you find people who love these horses and they've grown up. Their life is horses. Okay, trainers don't get into it. They get into it because they love horses. Okay, these are the ones that are not the. Let's take the owners out of the way, and let's just say take a trainer that their life has been around horses. I think that you would see that these trainers will treat their animals as best they can. They have to, especially if they want to win a race. They make sure that they have the right nutrition, that they have the right conditions, that they have the right environment. I mean, you have rogues wherever you are in any sport, but I would say that for horse racing, I think it's the one animal sport that you have where the love for the animal is the first and foremost.
It doesn't make it a sport because they love the animal. Where's the competition in?
I'm not saying it's the love for the animal that makes it the sport, but I'm saying that they're in captivity and they're this and they're that and they're mistreated. I take that away. Why is it a sport? The animal, the horse, trains just as hard as any other athlete that I've ever known.
But the horse doesn't know that he's training for a race.
How do you know the horse doesn't know what
knows that he's training for a race?
Did you watch Secretariat?
I don't think I was alive at that time. But
did you watch the movie?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Okay, the movie, and I've done some reading about it. The movie was pretty good, and it takes the main points of the animal's life, and that is the owner who raised the horse, okay, and was a horse lover, had almost a communication with the horse. It was as if the horse, when they were thinking of maybe not running the horse in the final race for the Triple Crown, because the horse was injured prior. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't know that because I don't follow it because I don't think it's a sport.
Okay, the owner didn't know if they should race, and the horse told her to race. Didn't say race me. The horse made some movements that it communicates.
Now you're saying that the trainer could understand the horse?
I believe so because if you ever
let me guess. Wait a minute. You saw a ghost last night, and you believe in aliens too.
Well, have you heard of animal trainers?
Yes, I have heard of animal trainers.
Okay. Have you heard of anybody who trains a dog or anybody who trains another pet? How about the zoo trainers? Ever heard of them?
The fact is...
My point is, because you're not going to answer, you know where I'm going with this. They have a way of communicating with the animal. Okay? They have a way where both the animal and the human being communicate in a certain way. That's how they train them. So to say that there isn't that ability between human and animal offends me. It offends me. I'll give you this.
Well, you should be offended. I'm glad you're offended. Because I'm right, you're wrong. Here's the definition of sport. A sport is an organized, competitive, entertaining, and skillful activity requiring commitment, strategy, and fair play in which the winner is defined by objective means.
It is.
The horse race is organized.
That's exactly what they're doing.
No.
Exactly.
I disagree.
Just because it's an animal and not a human being doesn't mean it doesn't fit within your criteria.
You can win a ballroom dancing competition. I'm not going to deny that they're athletic, but my point is that there's no the competition is.
I'm a dog lover. You know that. I have a little doggy, right?
Yes, you have a little doggy.
A little doggy Pierre, right? And if anybody says that Pierre and I don't communicate and that he doesn't understand me and I don't understand him, I find that offensive.
You can find it offensive all you want. The fact is, it doesn't mean it's a sport because you and Pierre go and have a little race. I don't think Pierre knows that he's in a competition.
every element of competition, every element of skill. If you say these horses don't have skill, that's garbage, because they train, and they train to build the skill. They train to be able to either pace themselves or be an all-out racer. Okay, there's a lot of skill, there's a lot of maneuvering that the horse even knows, because the trainer just has to, he's not whipping the horse, but knows how to tap him, 1 or 2, or this or that, and the horse knows exactly what to do. That is competition, that is skill, that is training, that is every element of a sport.
Oh, I think Pierre's got to go out. Wasn't that him barking?
So I'm saying, no, in this case, I'm right, and you're wrong.
Well, you can try to turn this on me all you want. The fact is, I will close with this. Any sport that the main focus is people are interested in because you can gamble on it bothers me. I won't say that it doesn't bother me in the NFL that people use it as gambling, but the players at least know that what they're doing. They know they're in a competition. They know there's a means to an end. These horses have no idea why they're racing.
I disagree.
Or what they're racing for.
I believe they know they're in a race. I wholeheartedly believe that. And maybe that's the crux of our disagreement, is I do believe they know that where they are, they know what they're doing, and they know what their role is.
Well, you also believe your dog Pierre talks to you, so I can't.
I didn't say talk. I said communicate. On that note, we gotta go. All right, we're not gonna agree. Me and this guy, the commish, we're not gonna agree. All right, and once again, he's trying to get me worked up. I think that's his art. That's his job in life, is to tick me off. Anyway, we'll sign off. Thank you for joining us for another face-off. To see other face-offs, visit www.sportmentary.com and look for the face-off tab. We'll see you next week.
And again, congratulations to you on your new baby.
Thank you, Commish. We'll talk, okay?
Maybe you'll have someone to whine to now.
I'm going to go and whine to her about you. All right, we'll see you next week, okay, dude?
Good day.